Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker is nearly here, and with it comes some big changes to some of our classes. Today, let's talk about Astrologian. Starting off with one of the biggest changes, Nocturnal Sect is no more. The shield heal option for Astro has been removed from the game, and everything now operates as it would with Diurnal Sect. This one we've known was coming since the initial Endwalker reveal event, but it's still a lot to see it in action. With the introduction of Sage, there are now 4 healer classes in Final Fantasy XIV. With this addition, there are now 2 pure healers in Astro and White Mage, and 2 barrier healers in Sage and Scholar. I have always loved running Diurnal Sect on Astro, and while there is no longer an outright option to be a shield healer, the class does retain Celestial Intersection and gets an additional charge for it, Neutral Sect, and has received a new ability, Exaltation, to still help provide mitigation. The card draw system remains mostly intact, but with some notable changes. You will still draw and play cards, and will still get seals from doing so. Divination, however, no longer requires seals for use. It is simply on a 2-minute cooldown and will always provide the current maximum damage boost to the party. Seals are now instead used for a new ability, Astrodyne. Astrodyne serves as a personal buff for the Astro, with various abilities based on the number of unique seals acquired. With only 1 unique seal, you get Harmony of Spirit. 2 offers Harmony of Spirit and Harmony of Body, while 3 unique seals offers Harmony of Spirit, Body, and Mind. Harmony of Spirit will provide increased MP regeneration, Harmony of Body will add in haste, and Harmony of Mind will add in increased healing and damage potency. I had to think about this change for a while, and ultimately, I'm a fan. I like that the party's damage buff isn't reliant on you getting all 3 unique seals, and instead, it's just a personal buff. And the worst case scenario of increased MP regeneration is absolutely welcome, especially in a prog setting when raises are happening much more often. With the changes to redraw, more on that in a moment, it seems, at least currently, that it will be a lot more dependent on RNG whether or not we can get all 3 seals in a timely manner. While that change is a bit rough, it's nice knowing that it won't affect the entire party's damage output. Perhaps the biggest change to the card system is the removal of sleeve draw and changing redraw to have 1 charge for every initial card draw instead of 3 total charges on cooldown. So essentially, with each card you draw, you'll have 1 chance to redraw for a different seal. Draw now also has 2 charges, each on a 30-second timer. So the opener will still operate the same, just without the additional button of sleeve draw for your final pool. This is interesting. Like I said before, with the change to Divination, it's nice not having the pressure of affecting the party's total damage output by not drawing all 3 seals. It is still odd to feel like there will be a bit less control over the aspect of this class, though. And there's still more related to draw. Lady and Lord of Crowns are now their own unique ability. Drawing, and then playing, the Lady provides an OGCD AoE heal to all nearby party members, while the Lord offers an OGCD AoE damaging ability. I honestly love this addition. Astro has had plenty of healing and mitigation options since Shadowbringers, but the addition of another damage tool is fantastic. This does add a bit of button bloat. Sorry, controller players. So I do wonder if we'll see any tuning to this system after launch. Malefic and Gravity are both getting upgrades, much like previous expansions. Nothing too much to note here. They both get new animations and increased potency. Earlier I mentioned that Astro still had options for mitigation despite the removal of Nocturnal Sect, and one of those is the new ability, Exaltation. Used on a single ally, this offers 10% damage mitigation for 8 seconds and a heal at the end of its duration. I imagine this will be a great tool for tank busters in particular. While Essential Dignity is a great OGCD ability for recovering large amounts of health in an instant, the ability doesn't quite have the same power as something like Benediction. Now, combining these two skills will allow players to handle recovering from invulns like Holmgang, Bolide, or Living Dead without having to dip too much into their GCD toolkit. I think this is a very welcome change. Lastly, we have Macrocosmos. Behold the wonders of Astrologian. Macrocosmos deals AoE damage to all nearby enemies and gives all party members nearby the Macrocosmos buff for 15 seconds. At the end of this duration, or if the player chooses to proc it early, think Earthly Star, all party members with this buff are healed for 50% of all damage taken up to a limit of their maximum health. This is outstanding. In addition to abilities like Horoscope and Celestial Opposition, this will make recovery from huge hits of party-wide damage so much more manageable, especially in cases of multiple hits in rapid succession. I've mained Astro for a while now and will absolutely continue to do so for the foreseeable future with these changes coming. Healing an Endwalker is going to be as busy as ever, and I am getting more and more hyped for it with each day. I will see you there.